It's a little after midnight, so we just clicked over onto Wednesday, the 31st of August, 2022, and we're coming up on our turn here. We've got 7 miles, and then another 7 miles up. This is Roque Island right here. And so we're going to go up into Shuri Cove on the north side, because these winds are out of the south, which probably Roque will be fine. But Chris is in Shuri Cove right now, and he said he took a sweep with the radar, and as far as he can tell, he's the only boat in there, so that's wide open. We still got just absolute pea soup fog. We're just going to be finding our way in with the chart plotter. But of course, anchored yachts are not going to be, or anchored boats, period, are not going to be on the chart. So those would be hard to spot. But yeah, and Chris said he couldn't see any AIS pinging anywhere around, so it looks like the place is pretty much deserted. So it's just about 5:30 in the morning on August 31st, 2022, and just dropped anchor here in Shuri Cove, and about 15 feet of water. And what an adventure. This was quite an adventure. Been underway for about 20 hours. And right when we got here around Squire Point, the wind went dead, and I was fighting the ebbing current. And so I was stuck right around here for about half hour, 45 minutes, and I also got dragged over a lobster pot, and the pot was stuck under, I think, under my rudder, because I could feel it before it finally came free. And it was kind of a rough day. It was rocky and rolly out there. So, but it does feel nice to be, boy, it really feels nice to be in here now. And down below safe, and just hear the pitter-patter of the rain on the coach roof. And hopefully that'll just lull me to sleep. Thick fog and rain showers persisted all day, but a wind shift to the northwest overnight cleared it all out the following day. And with the blindfold finally lifted, I could see my surroundings. We just picked up from Shuri Cove here. And we're just going to go around the corner to the more famous Anchorage off the beach in Roque Island. Forecast is for northwest winds to come through tonight. And if they're at all strong, this is not going to be so sheltered in here. So I think the more conventional Anchorage would be better. Plus it's even more scenic than this Anchorage, which is already pretty nice. So it's actually a bit like the Virgin Islands. You got a lot of these high islands with rock faces, except in the tropics, of course, you get that scrubby vegetation. I don't know what it is. You don't get, definitely don't get pine trees. So that's how you know it's Maine. Plus the water's a lot colder. Once around the corner, starting to feel the ocean swells coming in. She's pitching, but we have good wind to keep us moving forward. Well, it looks like I decided to sail around right when this front passed over. Because you can see it's, well, you can't feel it. The air is much, much drier. And I think that's it, a little bit of shower activity. And the wind is definitely shifting. It's coming more northwest now. Looks like I'm going to try to get up here. I see some dark patches, try to hook into that breeze. And it looks like there's a decent breeze working in. Just never a dull moment around here. I think I'm gonna work, well, let's see, because we're continually getting lifted here. So, you know, you want to tack over to get to the breeze, but the breeze is lifting me, so I'm almost to the point where I can almost lay the anchorage on this tack. So we'll just go on our making tack for a little bit here. Oh, feel her creak. I stowed everything below. God, we are fighting current though. It's amazing there's any current in here. I mean, you're sort of in a sheltered bay. As the sun sets to the west, our ship slowly comes to a rest. So that's a line of doggerel for today. This is pretty much Shangri-La, isn't it? Well, with the summit reached, the only thing to do is turn around and go back down. Of course, we get lousy weather to do that. So we gotta thread the needle out through these islands and rocks of Roque. You got several passages to choose from here. And this one's got deep water all the way through, but you just got to pay attention. As you can see, there's a lot of dangers here. Okay, just alter my plan slightly. I'm going to duck to leeward a shag rock here. And the main reason is we're kind of in these doldrums because we're in the lee of these islands. And I noticed looking at the lobster pot buoys, we got current, we're going with the current, so the current's just taking us out. I was afraid trying to go to weather of it, I was going to get in doldrums and then get set down on the rocks. It looks like a little more breeze once we get out there, so we just gotta sit tight here and just kind of keep her moving. You can see that current, it's about 1.5 knots. So just let the current take you out. It is Monday the 5th of September 2022 and it is Labor Day in the United States. We just departed Roque Island probably about 2 hours ago, and we've got kind of rainy, drizzly weather and light winds. However, the winds are picking up a little bit. Got about 7-8 knots now, which is what they're supposed to be, northeast 7 to 8. And I'm going to jibe this baby over pretty soon. We're going to hopefully head on a more easterly heading. The goal today is to try to get to Prospect Harbor, which is not far from Bar Harbor. If I get the wind, I'll go all the way around to Bar Harbor. The reason I decided to sail today, despite the light winds, was because we got kind of light winds today, northeasterly. Then tomorrow is northeast and fairly brisk. Looks like a solid 10 to 15. However, it's forecast to drop off quite rapidly in the afternoon. And then, depending which model you look at, all the models say Wednesday is doldrums. And the Ventus Sky model is saying also Thursday and Friday is doldrums. So for me, that means that I have to get somewhere I want to be by tomorrow. Otherwise, I'm going to be wherever I'm at for possibly for the rest of the week. So I want to get to Bar Harbor for two reasons. One, just to see it. I don't think I've ever been to Bar Harbor, and it's a big tourist place in Maine, so gotta see the sights, you know. And also, there's a big Hannaford supermarket there, so I can reprovision there. I'm still pretty good on fresh provisions, actually. If I get stuck with doldrums, you know, somewhere where I can't get near provisions, then, well, it's just going to mean I'm going to be eating out of cans and dried food. And it's so much nicer eating fresh food, isn't it? So anyway, this wind's picking up nicely. I think I'm going to put her through a jibe in a minute here. And even in these really light winds, Boothby-Hasler is keeping her right on track here. And you can see as she rolls, the rolling causes the trim tab to move the rudder. And so the advantage of having this shock cord going to the tiller on the trim tab is it tends to counteract it. You can see what happens, boom, and then it moves it the other way, and then it rotates it. So it's constantly counteracting the movement of the tiller just from the rolling. So it just helps to keep the tiller more centered and prevent oversteering.